What's up, guys? Nick Boone here at Ascend Real Estate and Property Management, coming to you not live with the first ever rental status report for Bakersfield. So in the past, if you've wanted to know how much houses are selling for, how much they sold for, who sold them, did the buyers get closing costs, how much money did they put down, all of that's readily available. I can tell you that now. If you want to know how much is a property being rented for, who's renting that property, what company has the property for rent, none of that has been available until now. So I am bringing you the very first rental housing market update for December 2025. I'm also going to put in some sales comps just so you can kind of see the single family market as a whole. If there's more info that you want, this is the first of many monthly videos. So let me know if you're looking for more information and we can provide that in the next video. So first big number, obviously the one that everybody cares about, how much are properties renting for in Bakersfield. So keep in mind, this is Bakersfield. This is in the best of areas. This is in the worst of areas. As an average, houses in Bakersfield rent for $2,194, more than I thought too. So that's the average. Doesn't matter, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, all of Bakersfield houses, that's the average that all of them are renting for. So obviously that's going to change depending on area and size and amenities and all of that. Call me if you need to see what yours would rent for, but that's just the average of Bakersfield. Also, vacancy rate, never had one for single family homes. We have them in apartments. We don't have them for houses. So very first exclusive vacancy rate in Bakersfield, December 2025, 8.24%. So that means out of a year, you can expect your property to be vacant 8.24%. What does that mean? Basically about a month. So you should budget for 1 month vacancy every year. Now, if you have a tenant there for a couple years, obviously you'll be fine, but this looks over like the life of the tenancy. So if the tenant's there for 3 years, maybe it sits vacant for a month after that, but the average is going to be that 8.24%. Next big thing, how long are properties sitting on the market? If I put a property for rent, when can I expect a tenant? Drum roll, 44 days. So the day from which you put it on for rent, 44 days later, you'll get a tenant. Now keep in mind, this is in December. Should be the slowest month of the year, my opinion. I will let you know with time, but that's gonna be 44 days. So, and that was Christmas, New Year's Eve, all that stuff. Next, total units for rent in Bakersfield in December, 1,022 units for rent, single family houses. So that's all of Bakersfield. Now, a lot of those are with Ascend. Don't want to tell you who to call, but you should know by now. So out of the 1,022, we had over 10% of the entire market, but the 1,022 is single family owners that just want to rent it on their own, Ascend properties, and then other property managers all throughout Bakersfield. So that's the 1,022, that's what that makes up. Out of the properties that we specifically at Ascend have for rent, on average, we get 6 inquiries before we get an application. So 6 people are calling, messaging us, emailing us, asking about the property. That results in 1 application. After those applications come in, 37% get accepted and approved by Ascend. So that means that 63% of the applications we get are not getting approved. So if you're trying to do this on your own, or you're out there and have no idea what you're doing, you could be approving somebody that really doesn't qualify. And that's why we have such a strict process with our applications. So that's your December 2025 report. That's the first ever. Give it up for me. No, I'm kidding. But that's really good information. I think if you're, honestly, if you're looking to rent a property, that's good to know. If you own a property and you're looking to rent it, that's good to know. And don't take this number as gold and say that that's what your property should rent for. Obviously, it affects different houses with amenities and size and area and all of that stuff. But this is just an average for Bakersfield. So we can see throughout the year if that goes up, goes down. Because obviously, the more the average goes up, the more that most people should be getting for their rental. Makes sense. Next, I figured it'd be cool to incorporate the sales. Even though we already have those, I don't see anybody doing videos on them. So December 2025 sales, average price for sale, $433,000, up quite a bit. So average rent in Bakersfield, $2,194. Average sold, $433,000. Average price per square foot, $230. That's throughout every house in Bakersfield. This is only single family homes. And out of the 763 homes on the market, 315 got sold, so about 41% got sold. Average days on market on a house for sale, 47 days. So rentals 44 days, sales 47 days, pretty comparable. And I think the important thing to take away, because there's a lot of numbers, what do these numbers mean? So whether you rent it or sell it with a SIND only, 44 to 47 days later, whether we're renting it or selling it, it should be rented or sold. So if it's reasonably priced, very, very big determining factor, reasonably priced, it should be sold or it should be rented out within, I would say, 6 weeks. So if it has not happened, I think there's probably a reason, and most of the time that's due to price. Sellers and owners have a higher expectation of what they can get than what people are currently wanting to pay. So as long as we can meet in that middle and get either a tenant or a buyer for the property, we will get it rented and sold. So I think it's just good to know about the total market of what's happening in Bakersfield. But if there's more, this is the first ever video, tons of exclusive knowledge. If there's more info that you guys want, or you think it would be cool, or you guys just want to see me talk longer, let me know and I can add it in the next video. I will see you for January's recap.